Forget everything you think you know about Chinese cars. No, seriously, people used to laugh at them, calling them cheap knockoffs. But here's the shocker. Those same Chinese brands are now rolling out SUVs so advanced, so luxurious, they're about to hit the US market. We're talking beasts packed with tech, some rivaling Tesla, others daring to challenge the legendary Mercedes G-Class. The big question isn't just what they offer, it's whether Americans will actually buy them. Are these SUVs the future of US roads, or will they flop the second they land? Stick around, because we're counting down the top 10 Chinese SUVs headed for the USA. And trust me, what takes the #1 spot will spark some serious debates. Alright, kicking off the list is the Li Auto L9, and let me tell you, calling this an SUV almost feels unfair. This thing is basically a luxury living room on wheels. From the outside, it's got that big boss presence. Over 5.2 meters long, nearly 2 meters wide, and sitting tall at just under 1.8 meters. It's about the size of a Mercedes GLS, but with that clean, modern Chinese flair. Up front, there's a full-width light bar that glows like a sci-fi spaceship and sleek LED headlights tucked underneath. The sides are smooth with flush door handles and massive wheels that look like they belong on a concept car. Out back, you get another blade-style taillight stretching across the whole rear. It's simple, it's sharp, and it absolutely screams premium. Step inside, and this is where families in China fell in love. The cabin is insane. You've got 3 rows of seats, a giant panoramic sunroof, and leather everywhere. But the real showstopper? 5 massive screens. A central touchscreen, one for the passenger, more for the kids in the back, and even a ceiling-mounted screen that flips down into a full-blown cinema. Imagine your kids watching cartoons in surround sound while you're gliding down the highway. Yeah, Tesla doesn't give you that. And speaking of gliding, comfort is the name of the game here. The seats aren't just leather. They're heated, cooled, and even have a massage function. It's like driving around in a moving spa. Parents can literally switch the car into sleep mode, dim the lights, recline the seats, and boom, instant nap pod. But don't let the luxury fool you. The L9 has bite. With 443 horsepower from its dual motors, it'll launch this big boy to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds. And here's the genius part. It's an ERRV, extended range electric vehicle. That means you get about 280 kilometers of pure electric driving, but thanks to its little onboard generator, total range shoots up to over 1,400 kilometers. Translation? No range anxiety, even on cross-country road trips. So what's the catch? Well, some critics say the design is a little too safe, like it borrowed ideas from BMW and Range Rover, but honestly, buyers don't seem to care. In fact, it sold almost 86,000 units in 1 year, which is crazy in this price segment. Families love it because it's practical, luxurious, and solves the EV problem better than most brands out there. It's the perfect balance of luxury, tech, and peace of mind. But if you thought this list was just about comfy family cruisers, buckle up, because number 9 is a brutal boxy monster designed to go head-to-head with the Mercedes G-Wagon. Number 9, Tank 700 Hi4T. If the Li Auto L9 was a luxury living room on wheels, the Tank 700 Hi4T is a straight-up armored beast that looks like it just rolled off a battlefield and onto Rodeo Drive. First glance, pure G-Wagon vibes. Boxy stance, high ground clearance, squared-off fenders. This thing screams power and presence. The front end is bold with a massive grille, chunky chrome accents, and piercing LED headlights that look like they're staring straight through traffic. From the side, it's tall and muscular, riding on huge wheels with squared arches. Around back, you've got that signature rear-mounted spare tire, a must-have flex for any true off-roader. Honestly, park this next to a Mercedes G-Class and people will do a double take. Step inside though, and the Tank 700 is no rugged, bare-bones machine. It's a luxury bunker. Plush leather everywhere, diamond-stitched seats, and one of the most high-tech cockpits to ever come out of China. The dashboard is dominated by a massive center touchscreen, a digital driver display, and even ambient lighting that makes it feel like a high-end lounge. Oh, and yes, the rear seats are just as crazy. Fully reclining with leg rests, heating, cooling, and massage. Imagine going off-roading while getting a spa treatment. But here's where it gets wild.
Under the hood, the Tank 700 HI4T is packing a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 paired with a hybrid system. That's right, not just muscle, but muscle with brains. Combined output, over 500 horsepower. And because it's a plug-in hybrid, you can actually creep around town on pure electric power before unleashing the full fury on the open road. Now, the suspension setup is no joke either. Air suspension with adjustable ride height means this SUV can slam down low for highway cruising or lift up tall for rocky trails. It's built for both Beverly Hills driveways and muddy mountain passes. Price-wise, this isn't your budget option. We're talking serious money. And that's kind of the point. The Tank 700 isn't here to be cheap luxury, it's here to prove that Chinese automakers can build something that stands toe-to-toe with a G-Wagon or even a Range Rover, and maybe even outshine them with tech. So while the Li Auto L9 was all about family comfort and long-range practicality, the Tank 700 HI4T is about one thing: making a statement. It's for the person who wants to roll up, step out, and have everyone's head turn instantly. And the crazy part? This is only number 9. Wait until you see what's next, because number 8 brings a whole new flavor of futuristic luxury. Number 8, BYD Yangwang U8. If the Tank 700 was all about brute force and military swagger, the BYD Yangwang U8 is the complete opposite. It's a sci-fi spaceship in SUV form. This thing doesn't just look futuristic, it literally does things no other SUV on Earth can do. First off, the design. Massive, yes, but way more high-tech than boxy. Up front, you get this bold grille with a diamond-like pattern framed by super sleek LED light blades that stretch dramatically into the bumper. It's tall, commanding, and futuristic, the kind of car that makes Teslas look, well, basic. From the side, the U8 rides on massive wheels with flush door handles and sharp creases, giving it a cyberpunk vibe. And around back, you've got that continuous light bar with ultra-modern detailing that screams next-generation luxury. Inside, oh boy, welcome to the future of Chinese luxury. The cabin is drenched in leather, wood, and polished metals, but the real showstopper is the tech. A huge central touchscreen dominates the dashboard, joined by a digital instrument cluster and even a passenger display. But here's the flex. The U8 has a floating island console design with crystal-like knobs, customizable ambient lighting, and a yacht-inspired steering wheel. Yes, a yacht. And honestly, that's the vibe. It feels less like an SUV and more like stepping onto a private jet. And wait till you hear what this beast can do. Under the skin, the U8 packs 4 electric motors, one for each wheel. That's over 1,100 horsepower in total, meaning it rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3.6 seconds, in an SUV that weighs over 3 tons. Insane. But the real headline trick, because each wheel has its own motor, the U8 can do things no other SUV can, like tank turn. Yep, spin in place like a tank, or drive sideways to parallel park. And get this, it can even float on water for a short time. That's right, BYD literally made a luxury SUV that can save you in a flood. Tesla, take notes. Now, price-wise, this thing is no bargain. We're talking 6 figures easy. But for buyers who want the ultimate tech flex, the U8 is unmatched. It's not just about driving, it's about showing your friends that your car can literally do tricks theirs can't. So if the Li Auto L9 is the practical family spaceship and the Tank 700 is the rolling fortress, the Yangwang U8 is the sci-fi luxury yacht for the road. And we're only at number 8. Wait until you see what comes next, because number 7 is going to crank the style meter all the way up. Hongqi E-HS9. Now, if the BYD U8 was the flashy tech wizard, the Hongqi E-HS9 is the royal limo disguised as an SUV. And that makes sense, because Hongqi isn't just any Chinese brand, it's literally the state car maker, the one that builds limousines for China's top leaders. So when they made an electric SUV, you know it wasn't going to be subtle. From the outside, the EHS9 is a giant rolling palace. Picture a Range Rover and a Rolls-Royce Cullinan having a baby. And you're close. It's massive, over 5.2 meters long, with a towering grille up front that looks like a waterfall of chrome. The vertical LED headlights are razor sharp, and the hood is crowned with Hongqi's signature red crystal light strip, which literally glows at night like a crown jewel. Side profile? Smooth, elegant lines, huge chrome accents, and 21-inch wheels that announce, yes, I've arrived. Out back, a full-width LED bar ties the look together. This SUV isn't trying to be sporty. It's commanding respect.
Step inside and wow, this is where Hongqi flexes its luxury DNA. You're greeted with Napa leather, real wood trims, and a trio of massive digital screens stretching across the dashboard. It feels grand, but not cold, more like stepping into a first-class cabin. The second row can be had as captain's chairs with heating, cooling, and massage, and there's even a fridge for champagne in the back. Yes, champagne. Performance? For such a big SUV, it's no slouch. The top version packs 2 electric motors with 543 horsepower, launching this 3-ton beast from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. Range is around 400 kilometers, 250 miles, which isn't groundbreaking, but let's be real. Nobody's buying this thing for efficiency. They're buying it to make a statement. And that's the whole point of the EHS9. In China, it's a favorite among business tycoons and politicians because it feels presidential. If the Li Auto L9 is for families and the Tank 700 is for adventurers, the Hongqi E-HS9 is for people who want to be chauffeured while still sitting higher than everyone else on the road. So yeah, it may not float like the BYD U8 or sell like the Li Auto, but in terms of prestige and presence, the Hongqi E-HS9 is pure royalty. And coming up next, number 6 is where things start to get sportier and way more futuristic. If you've ever wondered what happens when a Chinese car tries to go head-to-head with Porsche, you're about to find out. Number 6, HiPhi X. Okay, so if the Hongqi E-HS9 was all about royal elegance, the HiPhi X is the wild, futuristic cousin that shows up to the family reunion in a cyberpunk outfit. Seriously, this SUV looks like it time-traveled straight out of 2035. The exterior, absolutely jaw-dropping. Up front, you've got pixel-style LED lights that can actually display patterns like winking, animations, even messages. Imagine your car literally talking to pedestrians with light shows. The body is sleek and coupe-like despite its size, with dramatic curves and creases everywhere. But here's the party trick, the craziest doors you've ever seen. Not just gull wings, not just suicide doors, a combo. The rear doors open backwards, and the roof panels lift up like falcon wings, giving you this full futuristic portal into the cabin. Pull up to school pickup in this thing, and every phone camera is coming out. Inside, it's basically a tech playground. A massive 17-inch central screen dominates the dash, paired with a digital cluster and a separate display for the passenger. But the real vibe is the living room lounge feel. Plush seats with heating, cooling, and massage, of course, plus reclining rear chairs that feel like airline business class. Add in a 23-speaker Meridian sound system and customizable ambient lighting, and yeah, you're basically in a rolling nightclub. Performance-wise, the HiPhi X isn't just about looks. With dual motors pushing out up to 598 horsepower, it'll sprint from 0 to 60 in around 3.9 seconds. Range? Around 550 kilometers, 340 miles on the top model, which is more than enough for everyday use. And because it's built on a high-tech platform, it supports features like advanced autonomous driving, OTA updates, and face recognition entry. No key needed, just your face. But here's the thing. The HiPhi X is not cheap. We're talking Tesla Model X or more. And that's intentional. This isn't meant for the average family. It's meant for the tech-obsessed, the early adopters, the people who want their car to be as much a statement piece as it is transportation. So yeah, while the Li Auto L9 is the practical family champ and the BYD U8 is the tech overachiever, the HiPhi X is the ultimate look-at-me SUV. It's bold, it's futuristic, and it's designed to turn heads everywhere it goes. And we're only halfway through the list. Number 5 is next, and it's a sleek powerhouse that proves Chinese EVs aren't just futuristic, they can also be downright sexy. Number 5, Nio ES8. Alright, number 5 on our list is the Nio ES8, and this one is all about proving that Chinese SUVs can be just as sleek, premium, and future-forward as anything rolling out of Europe. From the outside, the ES8 is a masterclass in modern SUV design. It's big, bold, but also smooth and elegant. Up front, you get that Nio signature X-bar light design, slim LED daytime running lights up top, with bigger, more powerful headlights tucked below. It looks sharp, futuristic, and instantly recognizable at night. The body itself is all about clean lines, flush door handles, and a flowing roofline that gives it a sporty silhouette. Out back, a full-width taillight bar that glows like a neon strip. The kind of detail that makes it feel way more high-end than your average family hauler.
Step inside and the ES8 continues to impress. The interior is minimal but premium. Think Tesla meets Scandinavian luxury. You've got a massive central touchscreen, a digital driver's display, and of course, Nio, Nio's cute little AI assistant that literally sits on the dash like a glowing orb. You can talk to it and it'll adjust your climate, music, or navigation with a friendly personality. It's like having Alexa, but built into your car. The seating is where things get interesting. The ES8 comes in both 6-seat and 7-seat layouts, and the front passenger seat even has a queen mode. It reclines all the way with a leg rest, so you can literally stretch out like you're in a spa while someone else drives. Add in premium leather, wood accents, and ambient lighting, and the whole cabin feels airy, relaxing, and upscale. Now, let's talk performance. The latest ES8 packs 2 electric motors with around 643 horsepower, launching this full-size SUV from 0 to 60 in just 4.1 seconds. Range? Around 310 to 370 miles depending on the battery you pick. And here's the Nio party trick. Instead of just charging, the ES8 supports battery swapping. Yep, pull into a Nio power swap station, and in about 3 minutes, the entire battery is swapped out for a fresh one. No plugging in, no waiting around. Imagine that hitting the US market. It'd be a total game changer. So what's the vibe of the ES8? It's not trying to be over-the-top futuristic like the HiPhi X, and it's not armored like the Tank 700. Instead, it's all about balanced luxury, clean design, and next-level convenience. Families love it in China because it's practical, fast, and packed with tech without being overwhelming. Bottom line, the ES8 shows that Chinese automakers don't just want to compete, they're ready to innovate in ways Western brands haven't even dared yet. And coming up next at number 3, things get even crazier, because this SUV isn't just big or fast, it's designed to redefine what ultimate Chinese luxury looks like. Number 3, Voyah Free. Okay, if the Nio ES8 was all about clean Scandinavian vibes and battery swapping magic, the Voyah Free is all about mixing elegance with raw presence. This SUV doesn't just want to be futuristic, it wants to look and feel like modern luxury with attitude. From the outside, the Voyah Free makes a serious first impression. Up front, it's rocking a massive grille with vertical chrome slats that stretch down like a waterfall, bold, commanding, and impossible to miss in your rearview mirror. The headlights are slim and super sharp, giving it a confident, almost predatory look. From the side, you notice the long, smooth silhouette, flush door handles, and big, sporty alloy wheels that scream performance SUV. Swing around to the back, and you'll find a wraparound LED light bar that ties the whole design together. Sleek, modern, and seriously premium. Step inside and you're greeted with an interior that blends tech with comfort. Right away, your eyes go to the triple-screen dashboard setup. 3 massive screens stretching across the front, almost like a Mercedes hyperscreen but with a Chinese twist. You get digital everything, infotainment, driver's display, and passenger controls all wrapped in a cabin that feels rich and high-tech. But it's not just about screens. The Voyah Free is loaded with luxury touches, Napa leather seats, mood-setting ambient lighting, and even a panoramic glass roof that floods the cabin with natural light. Rear passengers aren't left out either. They get heated seats, loads of legroom, and a seriously quiet ride thanks to top-notch insulation. And the performance, oh, it delivers. Depending on the version, the Voyah Free comes as a pure EV or an extended-range hybrid. The EV packs dual motors with up to 684 horsepower, meaning this full-size luxury SUV can launch from 0 to 60 in just about 4.5 seconds. Range sits around 300 plus miles, making it competitive with the best from Europe and the US. And what really sets the Voyah Free apart is its balance. It's not trying to be overly flashy like the HiPhi X, and it's not trying to be a political statement like the Hongqi E-HS9. Instead, it's aimed squarely at people who want a premium, stylish SUV with serious performance and tech, but one that still feels refined and comfortable for everyday use. In China, the Voyah Free has become a status symbol for younger executives and entrepreneurs, people who want to look successful but also modern and progressive. And honestly, if it landed in the US tomorrow, it would slot right in between a BMW X5 and a Tesla Model X, but with way more personality. So yeah, the Voyah Free proves that Chinese automakers don't just copy. They can innovate, they can style, and they can build something that feels truly world-class. And if you thought this was impressive, just wait for number 3, because now we're stepping into supercar-level performance in SUV clothing.
Number 3, Denza N9. Now, sitting in the number 3 spot is a name that might not be as flashy as some of the others, but trust me, the Denza N9 is a serious contender for one of the best Chinese SUVs heading to global markets. First, the looks. The Denza N9 is a big, commanding SUV, over 5.2 meters long and more than 2 meters wide. So it's got that road presence you'd expect from something like a Cadillac Escalade or a BMW X7. The front end is bold but elegant, with slim LED headlights that stretch into a wide grille, giving it a futuristic but still premium feel. The side profile is clean, almost minimalist, but the proportions are spot on. And sitting on large alloy wheels with an air suspension setup, it's one of those SUVs that looks just as at home pulling up to a 5-star hotel as it does cruising down the highway. Step inside, and this is where Denza really flexes. The N9 isn't just a car, it's basically a luxury living room on wheels. You get 3 rows of seating, arranged in a 2+2+2 setup, so every passenger gets their own personal comfort zone. The seats? Think plush leather thrones with heating, cooling, and even massage options. Ambient lighting flows through the cabin, and the massive digital displays, including a large central touchscreen and rear entertainment screens, make the whole experience feel like you're sitting in a high-tech lounge. The sound system? Absolutely top tier, designed to make long road trips feel like private concerts. Now, under the hood, or more accurately, under the floor, you've got options. The Denza N9 comes in both a pure electric version and a plug-in hybrid version. The EV setup gives you serious power with over 700 horsepower on tap, while the hybrid setup combines a turbocharged engine with dual electric motors for insane total range. We're talking up to 1,300 kilometers if you go easy on the throttle. That's Beijing to Shanghai on a single tank and charge combined. And it's not just about range. The N9 handles itself like a true premium SUV, with air suspension, adaptive dampers, and one of the most advanced driver assistance systems in the game. It feels smooth, composed, and safe, whether you're flying down the highway or crawling through city traffic. So why does the Denza N9 matter? Because it shows how Chinese brands aren't just trying to shock people with wild designs or crazy gimmicks. Sometimes they're just building genuinely great cars that tick all the boxes. Luxury, practicality, power, and tech. It's understated compared to some of the other SUVs on this list, but that's exactly why it stands out. And if you think the N9 is impressive, wait until you see number 2. Because next up, we've got a machine that doesn't just want to compete with global luxury SUVs, it wants to completely redefine what they can do. Number 2. Arcfox Alpha-T. Now, here's a curveball. The Arcfox Alpha-T from BAIC's premium EV brand is one of those SUVs that most people outside of China haven't even heard of, but when they see it, jaws drop. This is China's answer to the Audi e-tron and Jaguar I-Pace, but with a few tricks up its sleeve. From the outside, the Arcfox Alpha-T looks clean and futuristic, but not over-the-top flashy. It's got a sleek coupe-like profile with sharp LED headlights, a smooth grille-less front because it's a true EV, and bold body lines that make it look athletic without being aggressive. The proportions are spot on: wide stance, long wheelbase, and flush door handles that scream modern design. Think of it as minimalist luxury, but with just enough edge to stand out. Inside, the Arcfox T punches way above its weight. You get a massive 20-inch central display, a fully digital driver's cockpit, and premium materials everywhere: soft leather, polished accents, and customizable ambient lighting. The cabin has that futuristic tech lounge feel, but it's still cozy and practical. And the panoramic roof? It makes the interior feel light and airy, perfect for long drives. Performance is another area where Arcfox flexes. With a dual-motor AWD setup delivering around 430 horsepower, the Alpha-T can hit 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds, quick for a luxury SUV. But the real shocker? Its range. Thanks to CATL's high-density battery pack, it pushes close to 700 kilometers on a single charge under China's test cycle. Even if that translates to less under stricter standards, it's still seriously impressive. What makes the Arcfox Alpha-T special is that it doesn't try hard to be wild or gimmicky. Instead, it delivers exactly what global buyers want: a sleek, modern, practical luxury SUV with great performance and incredible range. If Arcfox plays its cards right, this could be one of the dark horses to actually make waves in markets like Europe and eventually the US. And remember, this is only number 2, which means number 1 isn't just another luxury SUV. It's China going all out, showing the world just how far they're willing to push the limits of design, performance, and pure excess.